Have you ever felt like there's a constant battle raging inside you? Not against external enemies, but against a restless voice that never seems to quiet down. It whispers doubts, pushes you towards things you don't need, and sabotages your peace just when it's within reach. This isn't just a fleeting thought or a random impulse. It's something far more profound. It's your nafs. If you've ever wondered why your heart feels torn, why part of you yearns for light, while another part gravitates towards darkness, this is the key. Within you lies an inner kingdom, and that kingdom is governed, for better or worse, by the 3 levels of the nafs. Today, we're embarking on a journey into that kingdom together, and I promise you this. Once you learn to truly see your nafs, your entire perspective on life will shift dramatically. The great Sufi master Al-Ghazali once said, "Your worst enemy is your nafs that lies between your 2 sides." But what exactly is this nafs, and why does it hold such power over us? In Islamic spirituality, the nafs is often described as the lower self, the ego, or the base instincts within us. It's the part of us that craves instant gratification, that fears discomfort, and that often prioritizes our immediate desires over our long-term well-being or spiritual growth. But here's where it gets interesting. The nafs isn't a singular, unchanging entity. It evolves, it transforms, and it operates on 3 distinct levels. Understanding these levels is like unlocking a map to your inner world. The first level is known as the nafs al-amara, the commanding self. This is the nafs in its rawest, most primitive form. It's the voice that demands, "I want it now," regardless of the consequences. It's the impulse that makes you reach for that extra slice of cake when you're already full, or the urge to lash out in anger when you're hurt. The commanding self is like a spoiled child, throwing tantrums when it doesn't get its way. It's driven by fear, greed, and the need for immediate pleasure. Left unchecked, it can lead us down paths of destruction, both for ourselves and those around us. But here's the uncomfortable truth. We all have this commanding self within us. Even the most enlightened souls have had to grapple with its demands. The key is not to deny its existence, but to recognize it for what it is. A part of our nature that needs to be understood and guided, not blindly obeyed. As we learn to observe and resist the demands of the commanding self, we begin to ascend to the second level, the nafs al-lawama, or the blaming self. This is where things get really interesting, and often really uncomfortable. The blaming self is like waking up with a spiritual hangover. It's the part of us that feels remorse, that recognizes our mistakes and shortcomings. It's the voice that says, "I can't believe I did that again. What's wrong with me?" While this might sound like progress, the blaming self comes with its own set of challenges. It can trap us in cycles of guilt and self-recrimination. It's the perfectionist that's never satisfied, the inner critic that's always finding fault. The blaming self is a necessary stage in our growth, but it's not the end goal. It's a bridge between our lowest impulses and our highest potential. The danger lies in getting stuck here, endlessly flagellating ourselves for our perceived failures without moving forward. The highest level, the one we're all striving for, is the nafs al-mutmina, the peaceful self. This is the state where our inner conflicts begin to resolve. It's not that we no longer face challenges or temptations, but we develop the ability to navigate them with grace and wisdom. The peaceful self is like a calm lake, reflecting the sky above. It's a state of inner harmony where our actions align with our deepest values. It's the part of us that can face life's ups and downs with equanimity, that can love unconditionally, and that can find joy in simply being. But here's the twist. Reaching this state isn't a one-time achievement. It's not like climbing a mountain where once you reach the peak, you're done. The journey through these levels of the nafs is more like a spiral. We continually cycle through these states, hopefully spending more and more time in the higher levels as we grow. So, what does this mean for you right now in your daily life? It means that every moment is an opportunity for growth and self-observation. When you feel that impulse to act out of anger or fear, can you pause and recognize the commanding self at work? When you find yourself trapped in self-blame, can you show yourself compassion and see it as a step in your journey, not the destination? Understanding the 3 levels of the nafs gives us a roadmap for our inner growth. It reminds us that our struggles are not unique to us, but part of the human experience. It offers hope that no matter how loud the commanding self might be shouting right now, peace is possible. As we close this journey into our inner kingdom, I invite you to reflect. Where do you find yourself most often? In the demanding chaos of the commanding self, the turbulent waters of the blaming self, or the serene depths of the peaceful self? Remember, there's no judgment here. We're all on this path together, navigating the complexities of our inner world. The next time you feel that inner conflict, that battle between light and darkness within you, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, which level of the Nafs am I experiencing right now? In that moment of awareness, you've already taken the first step towards mastering your inner kingdom.